Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. My Father which gave them me is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kudash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. All right, I was meditating upon, a thought came to mind dealing with this hot girl summer situation, all right, which is, a term that I think maybe about a year or maybe a couple years ago, started becoming a thing. So I looked up, all right, hot girl summer, and, I put in the meaning, and it says here that hot girl summer is a meme originating with rapper Megan Thee Stallion about feeling confident in who you are and having fun and looking good while doing it. All right. It says it often involves women, right? And they got that in bold, posting selfies with summery swag and style using the caption, "I heard it," or "I heard it's hot girl summer." Okay. And, that's why I titled it From Hot Girl Summer to Dead Girl Summer. Okay. Because this, if you notice, when the summertime comes around, you have, of course, a lot more people are out, but you have a lot more women, okay, that come out dressed in a certain kind of way, dressed more provocatively. I mean, yeah, it's hot out, but it doesn't mean that you got to have your whole ass out, okay? Like they got that saying, sun's out, buns out. Nah, okay? That's not that's not a good thing, okay? But nonetheless, that energy and that spirit, feeling confident in who you are and having fun while doing it. It says, and it involves them posting selfies with summery swag, which is really promiscuous clothing. And what that's going to do, all right, is it's really going to put a target on your back. Now, the reason they're able to do things like hot girl summer and, these so-called, confidence memes and whatnot is because of the society we're living in right now. All right. The Western society is structured around putting the woman, all right, on a pedestal, basically, that women worship where they can't be touched. And it's not because they're so strong, but it's because they're, quote unquote, put in a position of fragility. All right. It's so fragile. You got to protect them. Right. Now, when the Lord, starts turning things up, and then the order, all right, anarchy, meaning lawlessness, okay, key is a rule and anarch is without rule. So when anarchy and chaos breaks forth, societal structure breaks down, okay? And when societal structure breaks down, because this isn't a natural norm, this is a societal norm in Babylon. All right, that women, the way the position they've been put in and the way they're treated, it makes them walk around with a certain mindset. So when that goes away, you're going to have a lot of women that they're not smart enough to realize that the only reason they were able to go around and enjoy the quote unquote teats and benefits, which more than just, physical things, but the status and all of that, was because of the societal structure. So you're going to have certain women out there who they're going to forget that all hell is breaking loose. And they're going to think that the pseudo power, the fake illusion of a reality that they were living in, thinking they had power, they're going to think it's still there. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to be the ones still trying to do hot girl summer in that time. And they're going to turn into dead girl summer. They're going to turn into rape girl summer. They're going to turn into eaten and beaten girl summer. All right. That's what's going to start happening. And then, after a couple of those, people, a couple of those incidents, when reality sets in to people's minds and they're like, look, now we're in the real world. All right. That's when they're going to realize, yo, hold on. I don't want to be doing hot girl summer. Because let me tell you something. And we always say this, but it's true. Women are goods. Okay. They're goods. That's why when chaos breaks forth, or whenever there's some form of disorder, you notice there's food, a lot of stealing, right? And people steal food, they steal clothes, they steal objects. But what else do they take? They take women. Because food provides you with things you can eat, clothes, things you can wear, but women provide you with what? We all know what. Okay? And so in that time, you're not the one going around hunting, you're the one getting hunted. Because people look at you as goods. Okay? And there's something that they want from you. So that hot girl summer, you're going to realize that, wait, whoa, hold up. This is putting a target on my back. I'm already a target. All right? And especially if you look good, man, you a bigger target. So you don't want to be seen. Because it's going to be that time when, see, right now, dudes will catcall and so on and so forth. In that time, ain't no catcalling. It's cat taking. They're going to come and take that cat. All right? And they're not going to be sweet about it. They're not going to be gentle and I want to make love to you. They don't want to make love to you. All right? So that spirit is going to be dead real soon. Now, I have an account here in the book of Judges, the 19th chapter. All right, let's read as to what happened here. And guess what? Things like this will be happening in the very near future. Okay? So you should be preparing. All right? So this is the book of Judges, chapter 19, verse 9. It says, and when the man, now this was it was a Levite, and he had his concubine with him. And, I got to read the story again. I forget exactly what happened, but I know he was I know he was on a journey with his concubine to visit, I think it was her father-in-law or so. And on his way back, that's where we're about to read right now as to what happened. So it says, Judges 19:9, it says, and when the man rose up to depart, he and his concubine and his servant, his father-in-law, the damsel's father, said unto him, behold, now the day draweth towards evening. I pray you, tarry all night. Behold, the day groweth to an end. Lodge here, that thine heart may be merry, and tomorrow get you early on your way, that thou mayest go home. And the reason is, when it gets late, all right, when it gets late, it's normal to know that, look, I shouldn't be out when the sun is down. All right. You know how they got that saying, the freaks come out at night? Well, it's dangerous at night. So the father-in-law was advising them, yo, stay the night because it's already getting late. You don't want to travel at night. It makes things that much more dangerous. Verse 10, but the man would not tarry that night, but he rose up and departed and came over against Jebus, which is Jerusalem. All right. And there were with him 2 asses saddled. His concubine also was with him. And when they were by Jebus, the day was far spent, and the servant said unto his master, come, I pray thee, and let us turn into this city of the Jebusites. Salakia. Come, I pray thee, and let us turn into the city of the Jebusites and lodge in it. And his master said unto him, we will not turn aside hither into the city of a stranger, that is not of the children of Israel. We will pass over to Gibeah. And he said unto his servant, come, and let us draw near to one of these places to lodge all night in Gibeah or in Ramah. It says, and they passed on and went their way, and the sun went down on them when they were in Gibeah, which belongeth to Benjamin. And I'm just going to try to go straight to the point. All right. Let's see. So as I'm skimming down, I'll let you know what happens. He basically finds somewhere, and there's this man who allows him, takes him in and lodges with him. But now here's the problem. When, let's see. There we go. I'm going to start out here. Judges 19:21. It says, so he brought him the man who received the Levite and his concubine. It says, so he brought him into his house and gave provender unto the asses, and they washed their feet and did eat and drink. Now, as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city. And now you got to understand too, when you, which it just came to mind, but when you, back then they didn't have sneakers and shoes like the kinds we have now, so most of it was like sandals type, where your toes were out, open toes, maybe like, some look like flip-flops we have today, some look more like sandals. So of course, if you're walking on the paths, and it's not like the roads we have today, these are more, like dirt paths, dust, like, what it's like when you go to like certain countries outside of America, and even certain parts in America. And if you're walking on a road like that, your feet is gonna get dirty. You got sandals or open-toed slippers, right? And you're walking on I think they call it a dirt road, all right? Of course, your feet are gonna get dirty. So if you're coming to somebody's house, what happens? You wash your feet, all right? It says, let's see, verse 22. Now, as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial, beset the house round about, and did beat at the door. Now, you know what this just reminded me of? Which hopefully you thought about it as well too, but hey, if you didn't, we're going to go to it anyway. The book of 2nd Esdras 15. All right, so what I'm about to read in 2nd Esdras 15, you can think of something similar as what happened in the book of Judges, to give you a visual. Okay, and I'm just going to go straight to the point. This is the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 18. It says, matter of fact, verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity, pay attention here, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, right? But, and then were these men who beset this man's house, were they not neighbors? It says, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, okay? And a part of your goods are your woman, okay? Contrary to what they'll teach you here, when you go to war, you kill the men, and the women are counted as part of the spoils, okay? So, spoil their goods also goes into your women. Not just taking your food and your stuff, but raping your women, your daughters, all of that. It says, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And the reason is, back then, right, as we're reading of in the book of Judges, society wasn't like it is today. Today, if they try to pull some shit like this off, you go to somebody's house. Everybody's together, packed up like sardines. Now, when all hell breaks loose, things like what we're reading about in the book of Judges 19th chapter are going to be happening, because they're going to be able to happen. Who's going to stop it from happening? Right? Like back here, who's going to stop these men at this particular time from doing what they're about to do? And let's hear it. So going back to the book of Judges 19 and 22, it says, now as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial, beset the house round about, and beat at the door. And so boom, 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 and spake to the master of the house, the old man, saying, bring forth the man that came into thine house, that we may know him. Which this was on a new level. Well, not new, because you see the shit like this now, but this is wicked. All right. And when they said we may know him, trust me, they weren't talking about sitting down and playing chess together or getting some Starbucks to talk about each other's lives. How long you been living here? Oh, I don't live here. I was just traveling by, What about you? Oh, yeah, I've been born here, 25 years. No, that's not what it means by to know him, all right? They call it a Jewish idiom where, certain terms, like, for example, if it says, and he knew her, it means he had sex with her. They had sexual intercourse, That's what it means to know somebody, all right, in a certain, in the context that is being used in, right? Like sometimes today we'll say, well, like the chick that I'm dealing with, Now, when you look at the actual word deal, right? Usually you think of it in a business sense, right? We made it, or in an agreement, we made a deal, but here you're using it based on the context, like the shorty I'm dealing with, it doesn't, it's used contextually, right? So in this sense, when they said bring him out that we may know him, they're saying they wanted to, you know, wicked ass shit, do wicked deeds to this Levite. All right. But let's see what actually ended up happening. Verse 23. And the man, the master of the house, went out unto them and said unto them, Nay, my brethren, nay, I pray you, do not so wickedly. Seeing that this man is come into mine house, do not this folly. Because if somebody came under your roof, you were responsible for them. Okay, that's why he mentioned that. Verse 24, Behold, here is my daughter, a maiden, and his concubine. Them will I bring out now, and humble ye them, and do with them what seemeth good unto you. But unto this man do not so vile a thing. And why is that? Because that's an abomination. Okay, so he said instead, look, I'll give you you hear this? My daughter and this man's concubine. And you can do what you want to do unto them. Just do what seemeth good unto you to them. All right. It says, but the men would not hearken to him. So the man took his concubine and brought her forth unto them. Damn. And they knew her. All right. So oh, hey, what's your name? Oh, my name is Sally. Oh, okay. All right. Hey, my name is Thomas. And let's get to know one another. No. All right. It says, and abused her all the night until the morning. I mean, it says these were, it wasn't just one man. It was a group, a bunch of men that surrounded that house. They beset the house. And, they got this one woman, this concubine, getting used and abused all the night. That did not end well for her. Okay. It says here, oh, goodness. When you look up the word abused, it says, Ilal, Ilal, and it says here, you got to act severely, deal with severely, it says to deal ruthlessly. It says abuse by thrusting through. I don't need to explain that. Okay, it says here, to insert, thrust in, thrust upon. So you get the message as to what they did to her. Okay, for the whole night, severely, roughly. Okay, so let's see what happened. It says here, and brought Judges 19 and 25. It says, and they knew her and abused her all the night until and it says until the morning, and when the day began to spring, they let her go. Shit. Verse 26, then came the woman in the dawning of the day and fell down at the door of the man's house where her Lord was, till it was light. And her Lord arose up in the morning and opened the door of the house and went out to go his way. And behold, the woman, his concubine, was fallen down at the door of the house, and her hands were upon the threshold. And he said unto her, Up, and let us be going, but none answered. Then the man took her up upon the ass, and the man rose up and got him onto his place. All right. And basically the reason none answered was because she was dead. All right. So in a nutshell, they raped her to death all night. Okay. And this is what happened to her. Now, for all these fake feminists and these, I could do it myself and whatnot. When you find yourself in a position like this, you ain't gonna go from and here's the thing. This concubine wasn't on some hot girl summer type of time. But look at how in a situation like that, what ended up happening to her. Did she turn into Wonder Woman? No. Okay, because you're number one, you're a weaker vessel fighting against a stronger vessel. So you're not on an equal playing field when it comes to that fight. So that's why there's an emphasis on you having a man, because if you have a man and another man pulls up, he has a fighting chance because they're both men. All right. So with this hot girl summer energy, they're on some being confident in who you are and having fun and looking good while doing it. So guess what's going to happen? In this time, they're going to find you looking good and confident. And you know what that would happens? You become a target. You become on people's minds, you know? And whether a lot of women and really a lot of people, they're not circumspect. They're not discreet. They're not, there's a word, subtle. They don't know how to observe things. They're oblivious to a lot of things. And they don't realize that people watch everything you do, especially on social media. And there are people who live around you or who know where you live, or people that know all these things about you that you don't even know. You don't even know that they know. And there's some of them who they're just obsessed and you're like a target in their head. So when the time comes when they're like, hey, what's stopping me? And maybe they run into you or maybe they come looking for you. That hot girl summer is going to turn into a dead girl summer. And as you can see here, yes, you can get raped to death. Okay? Let me see. For those who, you know, this ain't a yeah, this ain't a love story, you know. Oh, we went 2 rounds and then, you know, I got tired, so I told him to stop it and that was it. That's not how rape works, man. You know, especially with a group of guys like you just read over there. They I mean, all night. They weren't sleeping, you know, and neither was she. Now, if you got 5 dudes, when one is done, he gets to take a break. What about, she don't get no breaks, you know? So yes, you can get raped to death because it's continued. You're not getting, and it's not for your pleasure, it's for the other party's pleasure. So hot girl summer, you making yourself a target. All right? So they might not, you know, when all hell breaks loose, they might not even need to kill you afterwards. You could just die from them. All right? That's not something that you should, you know, hey man, we keep giving out the warnings, man, but hey, to who it goes to, you know, whoever's mind is that good ground, like Yahushai said, if it falls in your mind, that good ground, hey, blessed be you, man, because a lot, hey man, all right, a lot of things are going to be happening and it's not going to be good for men and women. All right. Now this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 16. It says, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. It says their houses shall be spoiled. Once again, like we just read in 2nd Esdras. See? So it's telling you, you have one in Isaiah, you have one in 2nd Esdras. All right? And it says their houses shall be spoiled, okay, and their wives ravished. Okay, why didn't it talk about the men? Wait, hold on. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. Well, who's doing the spoiling? Men. Okay? So if the predator's already there, then everybody else is the prey, right? Okay? See, a lion will hunt down a gazelle, you know, deer, whatnot. But a lion ain't gonna have that easy of a time hunting down another lion, especially if they're both male lions. You ain't gonna see, unless what you'll see is a fight. Okay? But after the fight, both of them are exhausted. You know? As opposed to a gazelle. The gazelle's the prey. The deer is the prey. The antelope is the prey. Not another lion. But if let's say the antelope had another lion protecting it, see, now that wouldn't be such an easy story, right? And that's what a lot of these hot girls are gonna realize very soon. Some of them, when maybe something might happen to a friend who's a hot girl, you know, and then that's gonna put fear in her. Yo, your friend, oh my God, you know, and then and what they're gonna realize is it's gonna be a norm. Just like right now, it's a norm for them to go around with this BS. It's gonna be a norm then, and then they're gonna realize the value. Okay, the value, not of Tyrone or Ray Ray or Pookie, all right, but of real men. Moving on, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 2, and that's why it says, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land, because that man is going to be that shield, that relief, that protection. And that's why the women were speaking that way in Isaiah 4:1. You know, when you hear how they were speaking, it's out of desperation for that relief of being under the protection or the household of that man. Okay? Because, hey, a lot of men, you know, are also going to be, you know, becoming weak, all right, and getting put to death. So you're going to have a scarcity of men, but then you're going to have out of the men that are left, you're going to have some, all right, that will protect you, and you're going to have majority that are going to come after you, okay, and hunt you down, all right? And it is not going to be a hot girl summer no more, all right? This is Zephaniah 1:14. It says, the great day of the Lord is near, it is near, and hasteth greatly. So that means you don't have much time. You don't have much time, man. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man, shall cry there bitterly. All right. So those that are considered mighty in this society, I'll bench press 5,000. You know what I'm saying? My power level is over 9,000. You know, I do this. Look at me. I got this many bodies. I go around with a little pistol and I just shoot at people. You know what's going to happen to those people? You try doing that against the judgment of the Heavenly Father and see how that turns out for you. Okay. And we actually know how it's going to turn out for you. All right. You're going to turn out dead. Okay. And lastly, I have this here, which I could have brought this out earlier, but you know how the Spirit has it. This is Jeremiah 31:22. It says, how long will thou go? Will thou go about, O backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. You see that? That's a new thing. Okay, that is a new thing. All right. And so, you know, right now, the way things are is not normal. Hot girl summer is not normal. Okay. Women worship is not normal. Toxic masculinity is not normal. Ain't no such thing. Okay. That's just a way for fake feminists, all right, to encourage themselves in an evil manner. All right. But like we keep on saying, let's see how long that's going to last. See, you can laugh all you want, but what matters is who gets the last laugh. And trust and believe it's not going to be you. All right. You're going to be getting the last tears, all right, before whatever your judgment is. And you're going to see it. You're going to, it works like a charm. How quickly destruction, pain, and suffering and fear can turn somebody's attitude around. I mean, it works instantly. As a matter of fact, you know, I'm going to put at the end of this clip a video, okay, of the elder Manatas Akbar did a video on it. I think it was like Big Head Israelites, you know, repent, something like that. And you basically had this individual came up acting as though, you know, I think he had a gun or something, try to press some dude in the store. And then when dude managed to overpower him and take the gun, now, and literally in the matter of just that encounter, the attitude changed completely. I mean, completely, a complete 180. So if I find it, I'll crop it into this video here, and you can see how quickly, when you find yourself from a position of an advantage to a position of a disadvantage, how quickly people change, man. Okay, so once again, man, that hot girl summer is going to become a dead girl summer. All right, so repent.
All right, give it to me. Okay. Give it to me, nigga. Now.
Okay, all right.
Now, nigga. I'm gonna play it.
Okay.
There you go. Win.
Okay.
No, go to please, please, came over there. Move. Please, please, get out. Get out.
With that, I hope you were edified. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kudash. Until next time, Shalom.